Hello, ladies and gentlemen. My name is Kurt, and welcome back to Far Lands or Bust. That might have sounded weird. I had to reach around. I realized I had my speakers still on. I didn't want to get an echo through the microphone of the game sounds, but regardless, breaking down the fourth wall, kind of showing you how this production is... Oh, crap! Okay, I was about to retreat back into the hidey hole, but I realized that would have been a bad idea. Alright, hold on. Serpentine. Oh, gosh, yes, I heard that second set of footsteps. Oh my gosh, alright. This is a full-on attack, and now I hear zombies. Alright, hold on. I realize Wolfie is still back there. I'm going to, give him the old St. Louis sidestep. Oh, that guy has not fallen for the St. Louis sidestep. Run away. Diamond sword of spawn pointiness. You are dead, sir. You are dead. Alright, those two guys are still hanging out. Hold on. Oh, that was a sheep. That's a sheep. I have dirt right here. I'm gonna do that. Are we good? Alright, let's grab Wolfie. That guy is kind of... Alright, he's seen us. Let's make a run for it, Wolfie. Woo! Bad news. Bad news bears about that. Woo! That'll get your blood pumping right off the first day. Yeah, that was some interesting last-minute thoughts I had there. Like, I thought about retreating back into the hidey hole, but he would have followed me in, blown perhaps me and the bed up. So, quick thinking, Kurt. I was a little bit flabbergasted there. Anyway, we are continuing on. This is episode 221 of Far Lands or Bust. Oh, whew, all right. Sorry. All right, okay. Yeah, calm down, Kurt. Calm down. Everything's fine. Everything is fine. Something... Well, I don't want to say it's not fine, but something else has kind of flabbergasted me. I had to check a couple times, do a double take at the chip-in widget. It appears that we have not raised an additional $1 since the last episode 220. Some 3 days ago. We're still at $13,395 being raised for Child's Play charity using the chip-in widget over at farlandsorbust.com. I'm not mad. I'm just disappointed. Oh, that hurts more, doesn't it? No, it's, oh, I'm also so flabbergasted that I'm traveling in the wrong direction. See? Look at what you've done. Look at what you've done to me. You've totally disoriented and confused me. That was probably the creeper's fault, actually. Hold on, I'm trying to find a solid patch of land. Okay, now we're traveling west. Ooh, alright, let's just... I'm doing the change of face thing that, you know, actors do to compose themselves. Let's compose ourselves, let's continue on. Starting anew. Indeed. Alright, so perhaps if I have at any moment made you feel bad about not contributing to Child's Play charity over at farlandsorbust.com, you can do that using the donation widget that's on there. We're still waiting on some replacements for that. The chip-in widgets shut down on the 6th of March, or the 7th, either way. So I'm keeping an eye on that. That's why I had to double check. I'm like, uh-oh, has chip-in already kind of started to shut down because we haven't received any donations? But no, we actually haven't received any donation. The chip-in widget still works at this moment. So you can donate if you'd like. Like I said, the donations are what keeps me motivated to continue coming out with these Far Lands or Bust episodes. So that would be much appreciated, but for the most part, you want to donate because you're helping kids in hospitals around the world, raising money for Child's Play charity. That's what they do. They get toys, books, and games to those kids. A great cause, a good cause for all gamers to get behind. Like I just uploaded a few days ago a little brief congratulatory video for the Minecraft marathon that happened the previous weekend. That went over well. They raised $46,000, I think. I don't have it in my notes, but yeah, something amazing for over a weekend. Very much reminded me of the the wonderful reception we had for flob-athon weekend, where we doubled our money and then some from the season 3 of Far Lines or Busts. So I know you guys have it in you. That's why, despite not having raised any additional donations, I'm still doing Far Lines or Bust here. Like I said, episode 221. Speaking of which, March 6th, some strange coincidental timing. Wasn't it March 6th or 7th that Shippin is shutting down? But March 6th is actually marks the 2-year anniversary when I first uploaded the first episode of Far Lands or Bust and my first Let's Play video onto my channel just 2 years ago. It's crazy. And now we're on episode 221. So I guess we're averaging a little bit over 100 episodes per year. Ooh. Chasm. It's pretty amazing. I obviously was just starting it as a hobby 2 years ago. Not much thinking much about it. Of course, that once again goes to prove that whatever success that I may have was not certainly overnight. You get jumps and of subscribers and views at certain points, but slow and steady wins the race is my plan, and we're doing great. I need some food for Wolfie, so boop. He's on the prowl. Bam! You're dead, sir. Once again with a giant snow biome. Don't know what's up with that. Wolfie? You missed. There we go. And one more for good measure, I think. Or not. Whoa, I almost... Oh, swing and a miss. Oh, swing and a miss again. Try not to hit Wolfie. There we go. Boop. Yeah, I think we're good there. I'd say. How are we on wool? I could use wool. So distracted. But yeah, 2 years. So I'm thinking, anyway, the point of me bringing this up... What happened to the sheep? Oh, it's camouflaged in with the snow. The point of me bringing this up was that I'm thinking kind of a little minor celebration, doing some live streaming the weekend, which is the weekend of March 8th, 9th, and 10th. Definitely nothing on the scale of flob-athon or anything like that, but maybe either I'll pick one of those days and do kind of a decent little live stream, or maybe all 3 days I'll do, a couple hours each day. I'll have, when I come up with a better idea, I'll have something going on there, but I'll let you know. I haven't done any live streaming in a long time, just a lot of things taking away from my time to focus on that, so obviously instead of putting my time towards live streaming, I'd rather put it towards this YouTube channel, because it's where I get the bulk of my personal enjoyment, but also it's where we get the bulk of our subscribers are here. As opposed to the live stream, we might only have 1,000 or so people watching at a time. Not that I don't appreciate that, but it's you understand the distribution of resources that I must consider when deciding to do Let's Plays and things like that. So yeah, just giving you guys a little bit of a heads up. I'll have additional, more specific details once I personally figure them out. But yeah, I certainly have enjoyed the ride thus far and appreciate the continued support. Other news, a thing I can give you a definitive time about is tomorrow, Friday, March 1st, like I mentioned previously, is the launch of a Dragon capsule to the International Space Station. SpaceX has a launch from Kennedy Space Center. You can watch that live on NASA TV. It's www.nasa.gov/NTV is kind of the shortcut, and then you get options from there about which feeds you want to watch. Otherwise, spaceflightnow.com is a different source you could watch that has a live stream and also kind of a text updates that you can watch. That is happening, like I said, Friday, March 1st at 10:10 a.m. Eastern Standard Time, so that's 9:10 a.m. Central Time, and 7:10 a.m. Pacific Time. For you folks elsewhere in the world, that is 15:10 GMT, so 3:10 p.m. GMT. I guess is if you're not on the 24-hour time. But yeah, that's happening tomorrow. Launch. That's the commercial spacecraft resupply mission to the International Space Station. Oh, hi Wolfie. Careful. Okay. Boop. And a bed. A boop. So yeah, check that out. I'll certainly be checking that out. And if you follow me on Twitter, I'm sure I'll be tweeting about it and retweeting other people's comments and feeds and pictures and things like that. So, woo, space travel. Awesome. Woof, Wolfie agrees. And a commercial space flightsness. Woo. In the last episode, I answered a bunch of Twitter questions. I still had a bunch left over. And of course, since uploading that episode, everybody's like, oh, I missed that. So they gave me a whole bunch more questions, despite the fact that I always, pretty much every episode, ask you for questions in the comments below. But now we have a nice overflow from whatever lull we had previously. So I have a bunch more questions, some of them short and sweet, like in the last episode. And I'm sure some of them will also prompt some more long, extended discussion, commentary, if you will. And I will. So I'm just going to start going down. A question from on Twitter. Whoop. Speak mouth words. Speak mouth words. That's what I do for a living. I speak mouth words. Asked, what is your preference in socks? I prefer the white socks. If we're talking about baseball, but no. Preference in socks. I actually have... not a problem, but I am on the constant hunt for a good pair of socks. Obviously, now being winter, I prefer the thicker socks. I don't wear cotton socks anymore. It's all wool all the way. Wool or polyester is the way to go, I think. I found that hiking socks are really good. They're nice and thick. They get the job done. It's just kind of difficult finding a pair of hiking specific socks that also don't have all this weird, like, either logos on them or strange kind of technical accents. You know, they have weird bands or colors or stripes that are meant for, like, oh, this is shin protection or this or that. I'm like, okay, I don't really like that, but hiking socks are good. I generally shop at SierraTradingPost.com. It's kind of a nice place where you can get stuff really, a wide selection, really discounted. Not really necessarily name brands, but those are good. I recently got some, I had a coupon or gift card or something to LL Bean, and I got some thick wool, what is it called? Rag wool socks. Those are nice. A little bit small. It's also, I don't have large feet. I'm like between a size 11 and 12 in men's shoe sizes. But large enough where I'm like at the cusp of, you know, most like one size fits all aren't really big enough for me. They're a little bit too snug, so I have problems with that. But yeah, I like wool socks. I know during the flob-athon, you guys, when I was feeding Speedy the mealworms, you got a kind of a sneak preview of my crazy stripy socks I was wearing at the time. I've pulled back the reins. I was going a little bit nuts there with the crazy stripy colored socks for some reason. I suppose that's all right for the summer. We're crazy in the summer. But, oh, I need some... How convenient. There's a tree right here. And I have an axe for which to cut it down with. Need some wood. Resources. Living off the land. So yeah, that is my choice in socks. Especially in the winter time. Hi, Wolfie. Where's my workbench? There it is. Woof. Let me make 2 boats. We haven't been doing much boating lately because we've been in snow biomes and they're all covered in ice. The water... Whoa. Ah, dang it. I was going to punch Wolfie. I just saw it coming after the workbench broke. He was right behind in my field of view. Alright, here we go. So yeah, random question. Quick to ask, quick to answer. Also on Twitter, Voltage Z asked, what's your preferred type of dessert? Desserts are difficult now that I've gone gluten-free because they all are either some sort of pie or brownie type of situation, which is flour and gluten-based, or ice cream, which I discussed in the last episode. I like ice cream and can have little bits of it, I suppose, but ice cream is dangerous in terms of too much of the dairy. I don't think I'm full-blown lactose intolerant, but it sometimes disagrees with what my stomach wants. I was a big fan of cheesecake. I thoroughly enjoyed cheesecake. The first time they started to expand California Pizza Kitchen into the Chicagoland area, and the first time I went there, they had a very extremely good, like a raspberry cheesecake. But then they got rid of it on the menu, and I haven't ever seen it since. Of course, I don't really go to California Pizza Kitchen anymore anyway, because pizza, gluten, they don't really have a gluten-free option. Not that I'm aware of, anyway. Dessert. Yeah, I haven't been very big on desserts. I mean, like going out to eat or something like that, it's... Can I interest you in dessert? And you kind of just... Even though you don't want dessert, you're like, no, I've eaten too much. Ha 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 ha. Does everybody do that? Am I the only one? Whether or not you have any leftovers you're taking home in a take-home box or anything like that, you're like, no, I couldn't possibly have dessert. It's just, no, none of your desserts appeal to me, and I want to kind of not spend $8 on some sort of dessert or chocolate volcano cake or whatever. So everybody lies to their waiter when it comes to the dessert choosing. Yeah, I honestly can't think of the last time I've actually gotten a dessert at like a restaurant or even like made a dessert for myself. I did, however, find in the gluten-free aisle, some gluten-free brownies that turned out magnificent. So I made brownies and had those, but that's dangerous, I think. Whenever I have desserts or snack-like items, I tend to just continually eat them. Such was the way, I know I mentioned I had gotten into honey-roasted peanuts. Like I'll buy, if I'm tempted to buy honey-roasted peanuts, those are gluten-free, obviously, I'll just, the entire thing will disappear in like 3 days. And so I avoid such temptations. It's not like I'm watching my weight or anything like that. It's just... That's not right. It's not good, I don't think, to just suddenly be like, So, yeah, I haven't... I tried making... I had such success with the gluten-free brownies that I tried gluten-free chocolate chip cookies, but didn't quite turn out as good. I don't know. Maybe I did something wrong, or... Ooh, this looks like it's going to collapse. Woo! Whoa, it did indeed. That looks like lava over there. Yep. Lava is more dangerous to Wolfie than cactus. So yeah, I don't know. Can't say at this current stage of dietary restriction in my life that I do not have a specific type of dessert that I go for. Let's see. Also on Twitter, Adrian GE asks, do you have all the Flob episodes saved on your hard drive on your computer? How much space do they take? Not only do I have all of my Far Lines Bust episodes, I have all of my videos I've ever made. Like I said, it's been on the 6th of March, it's going to be 2 years, so 2 years worth of videos I have on my main hard drive, kind of an archive. I also have on my backup my external hard drive, and then I've also, what was it, July or August of last year, I signed up for a cloud backup service, and it still hasn't. I haven't said back up everything on my computer. I've just picked, the documents, my videos, obviously, the websites, the video thumbnails, the Photoshop file, stuff, the important stuff that I do not want to lose. I've selected, and it's been pretty much nightly doing cloud backups. And even since I signed up since July or August, it still hasn't backed up everything I've chosen to back up. I think it's at 80% or something like that. Ooh, easy there, Wolfie. I'm sure that's also a reason why my ISP Comcast is kind of throttling my service, because I not only upload a bunch of YouTube videos every day, gigabytes and gigabytes worth, but every night I'm uploading stuff to a cloud backup service. So yeah, I'm very paranoid and thoroughly backed up in terms of my videos and my content and stuff, but I have every video backed up, and I just, before starting this episode, went ahead and looked at how much space they actually take up, and all of my videos, 2 years, almost 800 videos on my YouTube channel, equal 1.33 terabytes of data. I have, and like I said, I have it on my internal hard drive, an external hard drive, and now backed up to the cloud on an off-site backup. So yeah, that is how much space I have. I don't keep them separate, so I'm not sure. I couldn't just separate the Far Lands or Bust episodes, because I keep them all in the same, just separated by year. So all my videos from 2011, 2012, 2013 now, so the whole total is 1.33 terabytes, which is actually a little bit surprisingly low of a number, to be honest. But it's there. Yeah, thanks for that question. A technical question. Let's go to sleep. And awakeness. Boop. Hey, guy. Let's see. Let's shift gears and choose a question from video comments. J. Rowell asked, "Do you have any tips for a first-time driver, Kurt?" I presume you are of either, well, I guess if you're in the United States, probably turning 16 and learning how to drive, or something else. Do I have any tips? Just practice would be my biggest tip. Practice, practice, practice. And practice in different situations. Practice on the tollway. Obviously it's kind of tough. It's very frustrating to practice with your parents, because your parents, if they're anything like my parents, would be a little bit overbearing, and it's a little bit more pressure than, say, practicing with a different family member who maybe doesn't quite hold the same weight over your head, I guess, as your parents do. Parents tend to freak out and cause a little bit more stress on a first-time driver, but there's really no other person you can really drive with. I know different states have different rules about, okay, before you get are qualified to take the driver's test, you need, you need to choke on your own spit, and then you need to, like, practice 20, 30, 40 hours on your permits or something like that. I would say practice in a bunch of different situations, say at night. Say you want to practice, you definitely want to practice on the tollway or the highways versus the country roads or your city roads or things like that, just so you're kind of well familiarized with how you react. Oh, hey guy, where'd you come from? Wherever you came from, he's shooting at me. Oh god. Excuse me, cow. I'm going to use you as a bovine shield. And he's dead. That was weird. Where'd that guy come from? I guess just the shade here. Oh, or down here. Yeah, probably down there. Or down there. Huh. Bovine shield. So that would be a tip. I want to say, the one thing that really... It was like a spark that when I was trying to learn how to drive, that really, like, oh, this is, was a wake-up call. I have one more feather. Let's try to get one more piece of flint. Hopefully this entire thing doesn't collapse under my feet. There we go. Out of here. The one thing, it's basically a technique that they generally don't teach you. They teach you about all the laws and the rules of the road and be careful and check your blind spots and this or that, but they don't really tell you much in the way of technique when you're taking driving courses. In terms of technique, obviously 2 hands on the wheel at all times and blah, 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 blah. But when you're turning, especially making like a sharp turn at a corner or something like that, teaching you to shuffle your hands. A lot of times, especially when you're nervous, you want to just hold onto the wheel and not move your hands. And that becomes a problem when you have to rotate the wheel 180 degrees. So being able to shuffle your hands one over the other, I'm not sure how to make the motion, you know, one over the other. You know, when you're turning right, you lift your right hand off, your left hand over, and right hand over under. Really made it easier to turn. It seems something simple, but you really tend to forget about that sort of stuff when you're learning how to drive and you're just nervous, and your mom's yelling at you from the passenger seat, ah, you know, hitting an invisible brake pedal on the passenger floor. But that, I think when somebody told me that, or I just thought of that, or I learned about that, being able to, remembering to, you can actually take your hand off the wheel and shuffle around to get a better grip. That really, if I'm to give one tip, and a tip that perhaps you haven't gotten yet, that I never got in terms of going through classes, it would be that. Being able to shuffle your hands around the wheel when making a sharp turn. Oh, Wolf is going to spawn here. Hello. Yep, he did, and he broke my boat. Well done. Good job. Keep up the good work. So yeah, that would be my one tip. Kind of a weird tip for a first-time driver, but that would be my one tip when making turns, to do that. Obviously go very slow on the turns as well. Just because you can cross your hands over and over doesn't mean you can take a turn at 40 miles an hour. So yeah, that would be that. I guess going along with the socks question, another question from the video comments from LZGRMC. What kind of shoes do you usually wear? I'm sure I answered this at some point. Of course, during Minecon, I wore the red Converse. That's in character with my skin. Hold on, I'm trying to get to dry land so I can show you all. I'm wearing the red Converse here because I've also got the 3D glasses on. I'm the 10th Doctor, unofficially. It has just officially become kind of my costume, my persona. Excuse me. The mascot. It's on logos and things, so... So yeah, I wear the red Converse, and those are comfortable. I have a few just what are known as desert boots. If you know what those are, kind of the suede desert boots. What else do I have? I don't go out that often, so I don't really wear shoes. Like I was speaking of LL Bean socks, obviously. I also, when I was shoveling the drive after it snowed, I have my snowshoes rather are the LL Bean, their main hunting boots. They're very high quality, made in the USA, waterproof hunting boot. Those I wear, but I don't really wear... I just wear those in occasions where I know I'm going to be walking through or shoveling snow or something like that. I mentioned previously that I got on sale my first pair of Alden indie boots, which are quite expensive. I got them on a sale, like J. Crew has their own kind of made-for J. Crew Alden indie boots. And they accidentally last season... had a coupon code for 30% off, but they generally exclude the Alden merchandise because it's pretty expensive and you rarely get that stuff on sale, but they messed up and you were able to use this 30% off code on the Alden indie boots, so I'm like, yoink! I saw somebody posted that on Tumblr and I went right away there. You know, that saves, $150 because they're normally like a $500 pair of boots, which is fine. I know people will be like, what? But they're made in the USA, handmade in the USA, like kind of premium leather, and they're Goodyear welted. So when the sole wears down, you can ship them back and have them resoled. So they'll last forever. They're high quality things. So I have those. So I've been wearing those a lot. They're kind of my rugged boot. You know, I'm trying to wear them in. I'm slightly concerned that they might be a little bit too big. They work really well with the thick socks during the winter that I like to wear, but one of the problems with the Alden Indie boot is that the last that they base them on is, they say, oh, it runs a half size big. So I'm like, okay, I'm normally like 11 and a half, so I got the 11. They fit fine, they're comfortable and everything, like I said, with thick socks, but sometimes I just feel like there's a little bit too much room in the toe, so I'm a little bit self-conscious about that, but having already spent so much money on them and worn them, I'm going to try to stick it out and see if I can break them in a little bit more or something like that. But yeah, those are I guess those are kind of the shoes I wear. But normally, if it's just, okay, I got to run to the grocery store or something like that, I'll just throw on my Converse. I own the red pair, and then I own the high tops that are red, and then I own a low pair, what's the word I'm looking for? The low cut, not high top, low top, white pair of Converse. Indeed, so yeah, not really a big shoes guy, I guess. Boop, 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 boop. Let me see if there's a really quick question I can answer. Woof. Here we go. From Twitter, One Dead Saint asked, what's your favorite meme? Meme? I've been on the internet for a long time, so I have seen many, many memes. I was a big fan of the photobombing squirrel. That was a funny one. I saw that on Boing Boing at first, but I think my favorite was probably the Trollololol guy, the Russian singer. La 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 la. That guy. That was hilarious and great. I had that as my ringtone for the longest time. That right there is just the epitome of a good, out of nowhere, popular meme. All right, here this is gonna be. This is a dangerous place to be. Yeah, okay, right here. Crap, son. Panic, Wolfie, sit. No. Oh, I hear footsteps. Quick, Wolfie. In here with me. Or just sit right there, okay. Wait, dirt. Alright, we'll see you, when we see you. Hopefully I don't hit you when I open this thing up. There we go, okay. Whew, that was a little bit tense, wasn't it? So yeah, the Trollololol guy. What's his name? Edward Hill? Oh yeah, I heard. Oh god. Okay. Dang it. Alright, this is going to take some additional finagling. Perhaps I should make it up one. I'm out of dirt too. Up one. Because I need to be at least 2 blocks away. Because this is Minecraft Beta 173. It's not simple and easy. It just doesn't say, oh, there are monsters nearby, you can't sleep. It'll spawn a monster right next to you and be like, you're going to die now because you chose the incorrect place to sleep. Alright, so there we go. Whoop. That happened only once in Far Lands or Bust. That was actually, it was the only episode I recorded during a live stream as well. I think that was during the 50% live stream of last season. Yeah, because I had Brian, Lorgun111 on as a guest, and we found a place like this, and there was a cave nearby, and I made a bed, and I'm like, okay, sleeping. And then all of a sudden a zombie spawned next to me. I'm like, this is the first time this has ever happened, and it's happening live on a live stream while I'm recording. It's pretty crazy stuff. Hopefully it doesn't happen today, but I guess we'll find out in about 5 minutes, won't we? So yeah, thanks for all those questions. Continue asking them in the comments below. Let's make an arrow here. Let's also make a boat while we're at it. And like I said, I know we didn't get any single donation between this episode and the last episode, but that's fine, I forgive you. There was a lot of good support for Minecraft Marathon and other things, and I appreciate it. But if you would like to continue donating, that'd be much appreciated to keep me going here. We could finish out our term with Chip In by the end of this week on a high note. That's at farlancerbus.com or by clicking on the button on the end slate of this video. I appreciate it. I'm going to go to sleep before more stuff starts spawning, and hopefully nothing will spawn next to my bed. My name is Kurt. Thanks so much for watching. I will see you next time.